The question was that Derek, the director, wanted Ryan and Michelle to live together during that month hiatus. The month hiatus was basically built around the idea that Ryan and Michelle had never really hung out. They didn't really know each other before the movie started shooting, and they'd both been separately working on their characters for years and developing their characters. And so when we started filming, we filmed the movie in two parts. We filmed the past first, and so when Ryan and Michelle first kind of got on set, they were both bringing with them their years and years of experience and their character development. And, you know, Derek's idea was to have everything be spontaneous and get them to basically fall in love as characters on screen and film it. And that's what he did. And then by the end of the past, everything was rosy and wonderful, and they were getting on like a house on fire, and it was fantastic. And he really wanted to then make that hiatus about time and what sort of how time erodes a relationship. And it was really important to him that they spent time together eroding their relationship. And so we rented a house, the house that's in the movie, for the month, and Derek had them live in it. They didn't sleep in the house, but they spent all day in the house, and at the end of the day their daughter Faith would come, and they'd have to spend time with her, and they made home movies, and they videoed them themselves, and they did the dishes, and they had a budget, and Derek would make them fight, and they wouldn't fight because they like really got on really well, and they were having such a good time. And so finally Derek was like, you know, he tells a story about how his son would build these sort of castles out of blocks, and at the end of the night he'd have to tear them down, and it would always make him sad. And he said to Ryan and Michelle, you know, this is what we have to do. We've built this thing up, but now we have to tear it down so that we can come back and film the second half of the movie. And so he made them go into the back garden, and they put their wedding picture in a wheelbarrow, and they set it on fire, and they put fireworks, and they set their wedding picture on fire. And then after that they started fighting. And then the second half of the movie was the present, and the two of them were pretty intense with each other, and they're so involved in their characters, and they fought, and it was difficult. And Michelle talks about how she's blocked out so much of that part of the movie because it was so hard, but that's what that month hiatus was for. It was really a way to have them live like a real couple, to have to really feel what it's like to see your child after you've been fighting all day, and take her to the zoo or take her to a theme park or whatever that is, and it was just all part of the process of getting ready to shoot the second half of the film.